Hi, I'm DustBowler49 and welcome to episode 2 of my Let's Play of Majora's Mask, and I'm going to begin this episode by helping this kid out because he has been trying to apparently shoot this Majora's Mask balloon for eternity and still is not successful. So I suppose with my newfound skill of blowing bubbles as a Deku Scrub, I can blow up that balloon. So here now this kid will allow us to proceed with the game. So speak to him and he'll be excited for what you just did. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku Scrub. We bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. But don't think you're getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Sure. Alright, line up guys. If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. Are you ready? Alright, so we're going to play a game of hide-and-seek with the Bombers gang. So, as you can see, the first one is not very smart, and he's walking around in plain sight. So I'm just going to go up to him and spin until I touch him. And that counts as a tag. So there are 4 left, and this is actually where the leader is hiding. And he's right next to another corner and is easy to catch. So I'm going to go for the one in West Clocktown next. So I'm going to head out this door here and go to like the main sort of hub of the town. And to get to West Clocktown, we're going to go down this way, and it's through here. So as you can see, the first time you enter an area of Clocktown, you get a little bit of a cutscene showing you everything in the area, and here is another little boy standing in plain sight, and he is also easy to get, and there are 2 more boys left, and there is the mailman. Very fast. So yeah, heading to East Clocktown now. I'm going to go up this ramp and down on the red side here and go through this door. And another cutscene will show up. And you can see one of the boys, or both of them, in this cutscene, where they are in the roofs of the buildings here. And these 2 are a little bit more difficult to catch. So I am going to go after the one up here first, because he is on this building. We have to go up 1 more flight of stairs. So he will fly with a cuckoo or chicken. I think I'm just going to call them chickens because it's easier for me to say. But yeah, he flew right down here, and I caught him just as he landed. And now the last boy, I'm going to use this Deku Flower to fly up to this sort of awning here. And hopefully I'll be able to catch him before he gets down. So yeah, I've got all 5, and they will show us the code they promised. So you're pretty good for a Deku Scrub. If only you were human. Then I could give you an original Bomber's notebook and make you a member. What do you guys think? No way, no scrubs. I guess not. Once we let some kid who wasn't human join our gang, and boy did we ever regret it. Sorry. But I'll teach you the code, just like I promised. I can tell you only once though, so pay close attention. Are you ready? And this code is random, so every time you play it will be different. And this time it is 241... No, I'm sorry, I'm reading another code because I just remembered someone before. So 24531, so I have to remember that. Alright, so I think it was 24531. And the truth is, you can ask one of the Bombers gang to, like, tell you the code, but hopefully I'll just remember it. 24531. So yeah, I'm gonna go up here because the entrance to the observatory is in an alley in East Clocktown. So this boy in the yellow hat is the guard, so he'll ask for the code, and I believe it was 24531, and forgive me if it's wrong. So, that's right. If you know the code, then you're a member, right? Okay, here you go. So yeah, he'll walk aside and allow us entrance into this alleyway. Oops, I talked to him on accident. And this will lead to a sewer and then to the observatory. So yeah, I have to go through this tunnel, and then we'll be in the sewer. So I'm gonna go to the right here and hop over some water. And make sure you hop to the platforms, because if you hop too far as a Deku scrub, you will drown. And we don't like to drown. And here is another Majora's Mask balloon, and as we did before, we have to use the bubbles to pop it. So if I aimed right, okay. So now we'll have access to this ladder, and we will be in the, oops, it's night now. So we have 60 hours left, and we are heading into the observatory, which is a lot nicer than that sewer. So yeah, we're gonna head up these wonderful steps, which, you know what, from what I saw in the, oops, I talked to Tattle. So what I saw in the, like, video for the new Majora's Mask, it looks like they made the stairs boring, which is really disappointing because this is one of the coolest areas in the game. But I'm just gonna go talk to the astronomer now, and he will tell us where the Skull Kid's been. So, well, a strange-looking child has joined me today. Are you a new friend of the Bombers gang? Your manners seem much better than those of your mischievous friend from the other day. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said he'd steal my moon's tear. There was no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into the telescope? Why not? So yeah, we're going to use this telescope to look towards the clock tower, and we will see what the Skull Kid's been up to. And I might as well show you the moon. Right above the town, as you can see. Pretty menacing. But the real thing that's going on is that the Skull Kid has been basically terrorizing it, just as it's terrorized everyone in the town. And he's gonna basically kill it, along with us. And apparently it's upset the moon quite a bit, because it's crying. Yep, that's a moon's tear. And it's fallen down right next to the observatory, which is not convenient at all, right? But yeah, the Skull Kid's not done being a jerk. Very mature. So yeah, I can exit out of this menu now because that event is done and the astronomer's not done with us. So, well, did you find that troublemaker? And that loud noise, what was that? Perhaps another moon's tear has fallen nearby. Go through that door and take a look outside. But I wonder how that troublemaker got on top of the clock tower. The only way up there is through the clock door, and that opens only on the eve of the carnival. So yeah, he just dropped a hint there. We have to make sure we get near the clock door on the eve of the carnival. And the truth is, this moon's tear will actually assist us with that. So even though it's basically useless, it will help us get to the clock tower. So, you got the moon's tear. Its sparkling beauty radiates rather strangely. I'm just going to do something for the future by putting that on a C button. And I'm going to head back out through the sewer. So, yeah, I'm going to head back to South Clocktown through the sewer, so I won't make you sit through all of that. So I will see you back in South Clocktown. Alright, so I am back in South Clocktown, and I am going to go to this Deku Scrub over here, because he has a great area to live in, because this Deku flower is conveniently placed right in front of the clock tower, which we need to get up to, but are too small to actually access at the moment. So I'm going to talk to him. I've already sold out of my wares, and the carnival hasn't even begun. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I can buy a gift for my wife and return to her in my village. I've heard that a stone called the Moon's Tear shines brighter than any other in the land. If you've got one, I'd really like to get it from you. My wife would love it. If you give it to me, I'll give you my spot here, Deku Flower included. So yeah, I've already got it to see, so I'll just press the button. Oh, that stone, you must hand it over to me. In exchange, I'll give you my spot here, Deku Flower included, yes? So yeah, I hand it over to him, and he will give us the land title deed for this Deku Flower. You really helped me out. Now I have the perfect souvenir for my wife. Wow, the camera just zoomed out there. Nice. She hasn't set eyes on a jewel or strange sparkling stone like this in a very long time. The title deed for this spot should be in high demand among Deku Scrubs, but you already know that. If you don't need it anymore, you can sell it as it... Wait, I'm reading it wrong. If you don't need it anymore, you can always sell it. So that was weird. I don't know what it zoomed out behind. maybe it was that, like, stick there holding that awning up, but whatever it is, that was weird, and he will now take his time leaving Clocktown. So that's lovely. And yeah, we're still looking. What the heck is this? Okay, it was this pole holding this awning up. I was like, what the heck was that? But anyway, after that distraction, we now have access, to this Deku flower, and we will now get our first piece of heart, which is a lovely thing. So yeah, here is our first piece of heart, and I will grab it. You got a piece of heart. Collect 4 pieces of heart to assemble a new heart container. Each new container you put together will increase the amount of life energy you can have. So yeah, if you look up there above the green bar, Tattle won't be quiet. So if you look up above the green bar, there are 3 hearts, and that is my life meter. And if we go into the menu, you can see in the quest status screen that this is where our heart pieces are shown, and we have 1 out of 4. And we have 3 more to get. So I'm going to hop down, or maybe not. Yeah, I'll hop down because it is the night of the first day, and we would have to wait a really long time to be the eve of the carnival if we just let game time go by as normal. But there is a way to make it go by faster, even without the Ocarina of Time. So if I can get him to open the door, we will talk to a friendly scarecrow. And this process is basically, he will dance with us until, like, the next 6 hours or something. So right now, if I dance with him, it will be the morning of the 2nd day. So I will do that until it is the night of the 6th day, and I'll see you then, because it's sort of silly to make you sit through all of this. Alright, so it is now the night of the final day. And this scarecrow is scared of the fact that the world is about to end, and he will ditch us. So yeah, he's going to skip out of town, and we're going to do some banking before we go save the world. So right across from this store, there is a bank. And I'm not going to read through everything he says, but I will summarize it. So this guy will let us, save rupees, so we don't lose them every time we go back in time, because every time we go back in time, Link will lose all his items, such as bombs and arrows and such. But there is a way for us to save our money, so if we deposit rupees here, he will protect them. I don't actually know how that works, with any sense, but it does, so we'll just use it. And if you save a certain amount of rupees with him, he will give you certain prizes, such as, like, a larger wallet. I think eventually you can even get a heart piece. So, yeah, he's pretty useful. So do save... Oops. Yeah, Clocktown Bank. Alright, I accidentally read a sign. But now I'm going to head to South Clocktown again and go into our Deku Flower that we bought. Or traded for, not really bought. But here we go, and now all I really have to do is wait until midnight, if I can get him to land, until we can get through this door here. So if you look up, we can see that the moon has lowered quite a bit and is nearly on top of the clock tower itself. So yeah, the end of the world is pretty near, and we've only got a couple hours left, and it is still quite a bit of waiting, so I will see you at midnight. Alright, so it is almost 12. In a couple seconds, the door will open. There we go. So yeah, this is the beginning of the carnival, I guess, and they have some fireworks, and the tower is opening. And in a second, we will face our first sort of boss. It's not really a boss, but it is a pretty big confrontation with the Skull Kid. So here we go, the steps are being revealed, and we will be able to climb up the tower. But first we have to listen to Tattle tell us something obvious. Wait for it. So yeah, she'll yell at us again. So if I move 5 seconds, and don't stop now, look, you can get up there now. So yeah, I was moving and she stopped me and yelled at me for stopping. But now this cutscene will show that the Skull Kid has been up to a bunch of trouble. So yeah. this? Ah, Tail, we've been looking for you two. Hey, Skull Kid, what if you gave that mask you're wearing back now? Hey, come on, are you listening? Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. Hurry, the 4 who are there, bring them here. Mean? Don't speak out of line, stupid fairy. No, what are you doing to my brother? Skull Kid, do you still think you're our friend after that? Well, whatever. Even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Just look above you. If it's something that can be stopped, then just try to stop it. He's a hateful little shit. So we will once again use our new power granted to us by the Great Fairy to shoot something. And this time it's actually Majora himself instead of... Well, it's not Majora himself, technically. It's the Skull Kid with the mask on. Sorry, technical. But yeah, we shot him for real this time. We had a lot of practice. And now we've gotten our ocarina back. So you got the Ocarina of Time back. Princess Zelda gave you this precious instrument. Set it to C and use A and the 4 C directions to play it. Press B to stop. Suddenly, memories of Princess Zelda come rushing back to you. Zelda. You are already leaving this land of Hyrule, aren't you? Even though it was only a short time, I feel like I've known you forever. I'll never forget the days we spent together in Hyrule. And I believe in my heart that a day will come when I shall meet you again. Until that day comes, please take this. I am praying that your journey be a safe one. If something should happen to you, remember this song. This reminds me of us. So yeah, she is playing the Song of Time, which of course was also in Ocarina of Time, but it serves a much more useful function in this game, in my opinion, because it can actually take us through time. So I'll play it now. You remember the Song of Time. This melody lingering on the edges of your mind is a song of memories of Princess Zelda. The Goddess of Time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you. Snap out of it. What are you doing lost in memories? Get yourself together. Getting an old ocarina back isn't going to help us. Somebody, anybody, Goddess of Time, help us please. We need more time. Yeah, she always wastes time and yells at me. So I am going to grab the ocarina and I'm going to play the Song of Time. But it's not really going to be with an ocarina, is it? Huh, when did you get that instrument? So yeah, I'm going to play it on the deck of pipes. So... and it will serve the same function but sound quite a bit different. So save and return to the dawn of the first day, and that's like the song. If you play it forward, that's its normal function, is to save and return to the dawn of the first day, and there are 2 other ways to play the song that are also quite useful. And it seems that a lot of people playing this game had no idea about them, and it made the game very hard for them. And that's why you should always talk to the scarecrows in Zelda games. That's a lesson some people had to learn the hard way. So if anyone tells you that this game is too hard, they probably did not talk to the scarecrow, and that is the truth. So right now, Link is having some flashbacks of what happened on his first day in Termina. And they're not very lovely flashbacks, but they are what they are, I guess. And yeah, that's not something I'd want to remember. So it is now the dawn of the first day, and 72 hours are back, and yeah, some weird stuff, and then Tattle will explain something that we already know. What just happened? Everything has... start it over. What are you anyway? That song you played, that instrument. That instrument. Wait, that's it, your instrument. The mask salesman said that if you got back the precious thing that was stolen from you, he could return you to normal. Did you completely forget or what? Yeah, she's a bit of a smartass. But, yeah, we've gotten our ocarina back, and that dog is very vicious. I have to get out of the way to finish this episode because that dog's an assassin. So, yeah. Without that dog killing me, I will say that now in the next episode that we have our ocarina back, we will go back and talk to the mask salesman and get our form back. So thank you for watching the second episode of my Let's Play of Majora's Mask. Bye now.